guys!
Hey guys!
We're back with another sci-fi review, this time reviewing the sci-fi original series Channel Zero, Season 1, Episode 4, titled A Strange Vessel. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. So, at the end of last week's episode, Mike's daughter Lily just showed up, and it turns out she's like possessed by Mike's dead twin brother Eddie.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, this was an absolutely incredible episode. First of all, little girls are creepy. Oh my god.
Yeah, little girls can be very creepy.
Children are creepy. Like horror movies with like children, ghosts, super scary. Little girls are like especially scary.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, it was just crazy. Like, we still don't really know what went on with her, but Mike has the idea to get rid of Eddie's body, and maybe that'll get rid of her. And
to give it a proper send, like bury it properly, or or burn it.
Yeah, like his spirit couldn't pass on because his body was not just taken care of properly or something. Yeah. And it seems to have worked, but I'm not so sure if it actually worked or if he knew what they were doing and just allowed her to come back and he'll be back later. I don't know.
I don't trust Eddie.
Yeah,
I definitely don't.
Yeah.
Whether we're talking about the flashbacks and we have crazy Eddie trying to murder Jessica, or planning to murder Jessica, or whether we're talking, Eddie possessing Lily. Can you really trust what he's saying there?
Yeah.
And I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the last of Eddie.
Now, speaking of Jessica, in the past, Eddie had planned to kill Jessica, and Mike ruined his plan. But now, in present day, the kids actually did kill Jessica.
Yeah.
In a twist that we did not see coming at all.
No, like, we totally thought that the officer,
Officer
Welch, or that officer that she was sleeping with at the end of the episode.
I thought it was probably going to be him. I thought she was going to go back to the station for something, and then she would get home, and he would be dead, and then she would be investigated. It would be this whole big thing.
Yeah.
That's really the way I was like looking 2 or 3 episodes in the future and go, oh, this is totally how this is going to shake out.
Yeah.
No, she's like the second main character, and they killed her off in the 4th episode in a completely mind-blowing twist. Absolutely awesome.
Now, because we keep getting flashes of what happened in the past, we're not really sure exactly how it played out, but we did find out that Mrs. Booth, it seems like she made the show. I mean, she's got the puppets hanging up in her basement.
Yeah.
And we got a little insight into her and Eddie, so like she was part of it. Yeah. Back when Eddie was killing the kids.
He was friends with her son, Jacob, who looks like he's probably on the autistic spectrum. Of course, back in the early 80s, they really wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Or I guess it was 1988, so it would have been the late
88.
80s. So that would have been like right at the beginning of kind of autism awareness.
So, since Mike stopped Eddie from killing Jessica, was that like the last thing he did before he killed Eddie? Because it seems like Mrs. Booth is picking up, or having the kids pick up where Eddie left off with Jessica.
It definitely looks like the last thing that happened with Eddie before he died was Mike stopping him from killing Jessica. Because I think Eddie's wardrobe is the same.
Yeah.
Like Mike re-breaks his finger and then takes the hook and runs off. And then I'm pretty sure that the scene we saw in one of the flashbacks where Eddie has the hook sticking out of him.
It's the same outfit.
I think it's the same outfit.
Yeah.
So, this show, after the first episode, we were like, I don't know. It is now legit one of my favorite shows on television.
Yeah, it has just gotten progressively better. Yeah. I mean, the second episode compared to the first was like night and day, but like even from the second episode, like every episode just gets a little bit better and it gets creepier. One of the things that stood out to me, and it probably means absolutely nothing, was Mike telling Jessica how to tell him and Eddie apart, and he, says that Eddie has an extra tooth. And then when they go to get Eddie's body, it like close-ups on his teeth, and it probably doesn't mean anything. I just feel like maybe it does mean something. It'd be really hard for it to be Eddie who survived and Mike was the one who was dead, but I don't know. The show does crazy things. They could totally pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that Mike's mom would recognize that the person claiming the name of Mike is really Eddie.
Yeah.
Also, Mike calls his daughter Lily Eddie, so it seems like he's talking to Eddie. So, I mean, the whole thing, you know how to tell us apart, right? Eddie has an extra tooth. I think maybe that's just a line of dialogue that they threw in as a way to show that Mike is kind of taking care of Jessica.
Yeah, like, it probably totally is, but I'm, like, I don't know, it stood out to me, so I'm, like, reading way too much into it.
So getting back to Officer Welch, she didn't go back to the station, she went to Mrs. Booth's house, and she found the body of the woman who Mrs. Booth killed last episode in the basement. So now, from the promo, we can tell that there's basically a manhunt going on for Mrs. Booth. They know something's going on with her. I don't know if they're onto the kids yet.
I think Mrs. Welch, or Mrs.
Officer Welch.
I think Officer Welch is.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I'm really excited for the rest of this season, and it's getting so good now that it is really no surprise that they're already working on season 2.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you have anything to add, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this video, and we really hope you did, please tell us by dropping a like on it and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.